When it came back, I was like, I need it. I didn't need it, but I needed it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to be doing a full face, well, an almost full face of ABH makeup. I have not played with Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup in a hot minute, well, like the eyeshadow and stuff, so I'm excited. I'm really excited. I don't have a few things. I don't have concealer, mascara, lashes, liner. I don't usually use liner anyway though, and I don't also have a blusher, but everything else I think I pretty much have. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight on into it. Okay, so I've literally just primed my lids because we're going to start with the eyes. Obviously I just use my ABH eye primer. This is my favourite one. Look, I've nearly finished this one, like it's nearly gone. I literally love this stuff. It's amazing. One of the best primers that I've used, to be honest with you. Now for the eyeshadow palette, I've decided to use the Collie Bible one. Oh, I literally haven't used this in a hot minute, but just the shades are so gorgeous. Like, oh, look at them. It just, the camera doesn't do it justice. It is gorgeous. I'm excited. I know what kind of look I'm going to go for, so I'm excited to do it. So yeah, we're going to take the first shade. I'm going to take the shade Stev, I think that's called. Stev. It's this like really pretty cranberry red shade. And I'll start to pack this like through the crease. By the way guys, I am going to have like little playlists for like all my tutorials, that kind of thing. So this is obviously going to be in like an ABH playlist I have. So I'll link that like up in the cards or like in the description box down below. But I thought I'd separate them all. So obviously there's going to be an ABH one, there's going to be like a Beauty Bay one, that kind of thing. So you guys can just quickly click on the playlist and look, like watch through my videos. I've done I think I've only done one like big ABH. No, I've got 2 videos on ABH on my channel. I tested out the Amrezy palette, and I also tested out the Norvina Volume 4 palette. So them 2 are on there. If you want me to do any other like tutorials using any of the other ABH palettes, then of course just let me know because I'll happily do that for you guys. I'm then going to go into the shade Cindy, which is obviously this like peachy shade here. I'm just going to start to blend out this first shade. Let me know down below guys, what are your favourite ABH eyeshadow palette? Mine probably has to be a mix between like this one, the Soft Glam, or like one of the Norvina palettes. I'm then going to take the shade Bear, which is like a vanilla shade. It's this one here. And I'm just going to like blend around the edges. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, build these shades off camera like I usually do. I usually just build them up, blend them out again, keep doing that until I'm happy, and then I'll be back. Oh, I'm also going to cut my crease off camera, and then we'll be back to do the lid shade. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, literally just cut my crease, of course using the ABH eye primer. That's what we're here for. And for the lid shade, oh my god. You guys, I feel like I need to go in with OA. Like, oh, how gorgeous. Do I go with OA or this one? We're going to go in with OA. We're going to take this shade up here. How gorgeous is this? It's so pretty. I'm obviously just going to pack this onto the cut crease. You know how it is. Oh. It's got like different like glitter reflex in there. It's so pretty. My gosh. That is stunning. And I'm gonna go take a little, like a tiny little bit of Aura, which is this burgundy shade here. And I'm gonna put it just like next to that shade, that first shimmer shade, just to help it like blend more into the matte colour, if that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna do like a tiny little bit. On the inner portion, I'm going to take the shade Boli, I think, which is this shade here. It's like a champagne shade. Really pretty. Just on the inner corner, just to help brighten it up a little bit. If you guys know, then you know that I love an inner corner. Like a bright inner corner shade. Oh, that is gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and do this eye off camera. Do my lashes and mascara off camera, because obviously I don't have the ABH mascara or any of their lashes. I want to do that, and then we'll be back to do like the foundation, everything. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Of course, just done my lashes, mascara, and also my primer off camera. By the way guys, my lashes are Tatty Lashes TL6. They're pretty much the only ones I'm using at the minute, and I literally love them. My favourite. Obviously, moving on to foundation, we have the ABH foundation. I know they do have a stick foundation, but I'm not a stick foundation kind of girl. So yeah, we have just the normal foundation. I love this foundation. It's a Luminous Foundation. Really nice, really nice. Really good coverage. I've got mine in the shade 130N. I love this foundation. I try not to use it too much because I've got some in my hand. I try not to use this foundation too much because it is expensive. It's not cheap at all. It's like £40 or something, and I'm like, £40? But it is really nice, and it gives a really nice coverage and a nice finish. It's got a really nice dewy finish to it, and the coverage I would say is like, you could probably build it up. I've taken quite a few pumps because my skin needs some help today. This foundation is so pretty, so pretty. I'm just going to quickly do my concealer off camera because obviously I don't have a concealer from them. I don't even know if they do concealers. Do they do concealers? I'm going to quickly do my concealer, and then we're going to move on to powder. Okay, so I'm back. We're obviously going to do the powder now. We obviously have the ABH, just the loose setting powder. I love this stuff. I love it. It's up there with like my top favourite powders. I love the Huda Beauty one. I love this one. It is just amazing. It sets beautifully. Yeah, I love it. I pretty much set my whole face with this because that's how I do, you know, like my powder and stuff. Love that powder. I think the powder's like £30 something. It's kind of expensive, I know, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay, and I now move on to brows. When I've done like my foundation, my concealer, my powder, I move on to brows. So obviously we have the infamous Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is my favourite. I used to be obsessed with this, but then they somehow bumped the price up, and I think it's like really expensive now. And yeah, my bank account does not afford that, but I still love this. I just try not to use it as much as what I used to. I still love it, and I still highly recommend it. It's just I go through my brow pencils really quickly because that's pretty much only like all I wear at the minute is brow pencil. I don't use like pomade to go with it or anything. I literally just use brow pencils, and like this brow pencil is not cheap, so I can't be affording it like every other month or something, you know. I have the shade dark brown, by the way guys. I used to use the shade chocolate, and then I think that was a little bit light for me. I do have quite dark brows, to be honest with you, because my hair is really dark. Moving on to bronzer, I have this bronzer. So this is the powder bronzer. I have mine in the shade Tawny. Now I realise that this is very dark. It's very dark. I don't know, I asked the girl, I was like, what shade should I go for? And she was like, go for Tawny. And I'm just looking at that, I'm thinking, that is not my shade. However, I can still make it work. It does work for me, I just have to be very, very, very light-handed. As you can see. But it does blend out, and it does, you know, it's just very dark. But it is pretty though, it's a really nice bronzer. Blends out beautifully. I just need a different shade. But again, this is expensive as well. This is like £30 as well, and I'm like, I can't be affording another £30 bronzer. Like, okay, now it's time for highlighter. Literally my favourite part, my absolute favourite part. I'm taking my absolute baby. Guys, this is my favourite highlighter palette, and you can see why I've hit pan on 2 of the shades. They're literally my favourite palette ever. I already have a backup of this because them 2 shades, I know that I'm going to get through them at some point, and it came back and I was like, oh my god. Like, when it came back I was like, I need it. And I didn't need it, but I needed it. Scott actually bought me this palette when it first, like the very first launch. And I was like trying to savour it. I was trying not to go through it so quickly. And then they came out with, obviously, came out with it again. And I was like, I'm gonna have to buy it. So I bought it. And then I was like, let's just use this palette now because it's now back in stock. I don't know if it's still in stock now or not. I think it still might be. I know it was on sale on Beauty for like £29. If it still is, I'll link it in the description box down below so you guys can go and check it out because it is one of the best highlight palettes I've ever used. Ever. So I'm going to dip into both these shades, Kitty Cat and Forever Young, obviously the ones that I've hit pan on because they're my absolute favourites. Bloody amazing. And I'm going to take my ABH highlighter brush. This is my favourite highlight brush for highlighter, to be honest. It is, again, bloody amazing. Like I said, my absolute favourite highlighter ever. ABH highlighters are just something else. They're very powdery, but they're actually amazing. And they're actually like one of my favourites. Okay, now for lips. I don't know what liquid lipstick shade to go in with. I'm kind of feeling this one. Let's use this one. This is the shade Crush. Not gonna lie, ABH liquid lipstick formula isn't my fave. It's pretty, but it's not my favourite. Yeah, like I said, I find they're like lipsticks can be quite drying and they're just not really like my favourite formula. To be honest, I'm just throwing that out there, you know, like putting it out into the universe. I'm then going to take the ABH lip gloss. This came out, I think it was like July, I'm not too sure. This came out like a mini set. I think this still could be available, I'm not 100% sure. But this is in the shade Bella. I love their glosses, by the way, guys. Their glosses are like my fave. Okay guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I love it. Love it. Yeah, I think it is stunning. Definitely a new favourite from me, to be honest with you. I actually really love this look. I think it is so cute. Yeah, I definitely really fallen in love with a few of the products, to be honest with you, like the eyeshadow palette. I mean, I didn't like not love the eyeshadow palette to begin with, but I've just like re-fallen in love with it. I think I just love the shades in here, and it's just so gorgeous. I don't know what it is about this palette, but it just kind of like brings me like Christmas vibes. I don't know whether it was just because it launched around like November time last year that it's just made me think, oh, Christmas. If you want me to do another video like this, but maybe like using a different ABH palette, or maybe like using a different brand. I have done something similar to this before. I've done like a full face of Makeup Obsession. I've also done, I think I've done a full face of Makeup Obsession. I'm pretty sure I have. And I've also done a full face of Revolution. If you want me to do, like I said, another video like this but using a different brand, then of course just let me know, because I can try and do that for you guys. I don't have like a lot of makeup that's like from like, I don't have a lot of brands that have, like, I have the full line of makeup, if that kind of makes sense, but I will try and do something similar. Even like this one, I didn't have like everything, but I still managed to make it work. So yes, I'm obsessed. That is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy filming it. I had fun. Yes. As always, I'll link everything else that I'm wearing on my face down below. There's on here a couple of bits that I didn't mention in this video, so yeah, just to let you guys know. As always, I'll be linking my social media handles up above and also in the description box down below, so you can go and check me out there. If you did like it, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it would really help me out. I am so close to 600 subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but it is for me especially. It would mean the world to me to be able to hit 600 subscribers before like December or something. That would actually mean the world to me. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!